Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Pardon This Interruption. I'm Bryan Cutler.
And I'm Brianna Cutler.
Tony Romo steps aside to let Dak Prescott be the starting quarterback. Is this the right move for the Cowboys?
Yes, because they are right now 8-1 with Dak Prescott. He's the real deal.
This is a smart move for the Cowboys. He's not only winning, but he's also winning the tough games, such as last week in Pittsburgh.
Is this a good move for Tony Romo?
Yes, because he's had back problems for the last 2 years in a row.
He has had an injury of one thing or another for the past 4 years. In my opinion, it's time for a 36-year-old quarterback to start thinking of retirement.
He would not have to retire, but his role is going to have to change from being the starter to becoming the backup. There's no way around it. Or leave Dallas for another team. I'm sure another team will take a chance on him. Mark Trumbo has officially rejected the Orioles qualifying offer. Is this a good move for Trumbo?
If we are just talking about money, then yes. He's going to be making a lot more money hitting the free agency. Is he going to hit as many home runs for another team? Most likely no.
Nelson Cruz made the same move a few years ago, and he has not been the number one home run hitter since. Baltimore has had the home run leader for the past 3 years. They're doing something right in this club, and Camden Yards, it is a very home run friendly park.
If I was Trumbo, I would stay. The Orioles park is a little smaller than the other parks, meaning more home runs. I would not count the Orioles out just yet to resign Trumbo, but they only have a limited window because they did sign Chris Davis for a 7-year contract that's worth $161 million.
Should qualifying offers end?
No, because it's a great way to sign players. That way you can hold on to it. And if they end up signing with another team, you can get another draft pick.
As of right now, Joe Edbid is the overall number one ranked player out of all the incoming rookies in the NBA. Do you think he is going to hold on to his number one spot?
I could see it happening, but I think there are still too many games to be played.
Which free agents are flops and which ones are not in the NFL? Texans, Brock Osweiler.
This is a flop. The offensive is ranked 30. He is ranked 26. Out of the quarterbacks in the league, he also has a 9 interception. It's a flop. Jets Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It's a flop. He's just above Brock Osweiler at 25. The Jets purchased the league's interception leader with 13, and now he is injured. He's a flop. Cleveland Browns, Robert Griffin III.
That's an easy one. It's a flop because he only played one game before injuring his shoulder. The Browns should have just used their draft pick to draft a quarterback because no one has stepped up to fill in for Robert Griffin III. That's an easy one. It's a flop because he only played one game before injuring his shoulder. The Browns should have just used their draft pick to draft a quarterback because no one has stepped up to fill in for Robert Griffin III. Texans Lamar Miller.
He's not a flop. It was a great pickup for the Texans, who a year ago could not even run the ball. He is ranked 7th in rushing yards and only has one fumble this season. This is the one good thing going for the Texans right now. When will the Cleveland Browns get their first win?
I think that their first win could come against the Giants in Week 12, and if it does not, then their last chance at winning will be against the Chargers in Week 15.
I do not think that the Browns will get the win this year. Their schedule has some tough teams that they still have to play, and I do not see them winning any games this season.
Would Robert Griffin III return to make a difference to the Browns?
It might make the game's outcome be a little closer, but I don't think he's going to help them win.
He could help bring up the total team offense, which is ranked 28th right now. He could also bring up the total passing offense, which is ranked 27th. So with him in the lineup, they are going to move up some spots offensively.
Yes, he might do all that, and he might help the offense out and reduce some of the turnovers, which they are leading the league in, but I still don't think that is going to be good enough. They are not going to win a game because of the defense.
The total defense right now is ranked 31, which is one way from being dead last. The passing defense is ranked 27th. Still bad.
But not as bad as the rushing defense. They just can't stop the run. They're ranked 31st in this category. If I'm the opposing team, I'm going to run the ball until they show that they can stop it. Are the Los Angeles Clippers going to end up with the best record in the whole league?
There is still a lot of games to be played, but I do think that they have a shot with Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and J.J. Redick, who is ranked 10th in the three-point percentage. It's very possible for them to reach this goal.
But if they lose one of these guys, I think that goal is going to be out of reach. There would be no way for them to keep up with the powerhouse Golden State Warriors. Are the Los Angeles Lakers good enough to make it to the playoffs?
It's a little early to be talking about the playoffs, but if I had to say, it would be yes, because right now they are clicking and playing great basketball.
In my eyes, they only make it if no one gets hurt long term or gets suspended. If any of this happened, then their chances of going to the playoffs are dramatically cut down.
They are playing a great offense. They are scoring high, but the defense is where they have room to improve.
They're letting other teams run up the score on them. In doing this, they are not giving the offense a chance. They just can't keep up, or they lose the game by small margins.
It's that time again. Here's some quick news.
Gabby Douglas responds to the haters. U.S. men's soccer team loses 4-0, and Dejakovic wins third straight match at the ATP Finals. That's all the time we have. Join us next time with Bryan Cutler
and Brianna Cutler
for another episode of Pardon This Interruption.